There we go. Hey, Jen, how are you?
Fall allergies are kicking me.
Well, I guess fall is here, right? Is today the first day of fall?
I'm not ready for it. It can go away now.
Yeah. Steve, how are you?
Doing good, Glenn. Thanks. I was working on something else here. Sorry about that. How are you?
Good. Thank you. All right. Well, welcome everybody. It's 5 o'clock, so we'll call the select board meeting to order today, Monday, September 21st, 5 p.m. If you would, please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance at this time. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. All right. Citizen participation. Do we have anybody at this time for citizen participation? Okay, we're not hearing any at this time. Okay. Appointments. Kathy, do you have any appointments?
We have 505 and Thursday.
Okay, so, all right, so I don't see the town treasurer on here as of yet. We can start those. And if we, Steve comes on, then we'll move on to him. All right, did everybody have a chance to go over the departmental reports?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns?
Nope.
No? Okay.
The only thing I was wondering, why does one person have 36 registered cars parked in their house?
That's a good question.
Are they running a business in a residential area?
It's a good question. I don't know how they did. Yeah, we can look into that, find out why there's so many cars registered. He's 36, Jay?
Yeah, according to the building inspector's report, he got a complaint and he went out and he reviewed and there was 36 registered vehicles, current and all inspected at that one location. And what about social distancing? I don't know if any people were there. Huh?
Yeah. Well, were they all registered in one area, one place? Or no? That I didn't see.
If building inspector's report said they were current on their registration and inspection.
Right. See that they're registered at a certain place.
Didn't say who they were registered to.
Right.
No, there's no way he'd know without seeing it.
Okay. All right. Well, I do see Mr. Nally. All right. So since we're in the middle, okay, did you have anything else in regards to the reports?
I never mind.
No.
No? All right. Well, at this time, I'll accept a motion to approve the departmental reports.
I move to approve the departmental reports.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Is there any further discussion at this time?
So
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right. Does someone have like a TV or something on in the background or something? We're getting some type of feedback from somebody.
It'll only be me, you, or Steven.
Oh, it might have been Steve. He just left.
I just shut my office door, so I didn't hear anything.
All right. Well, Steve, you're up. You're all set to go, sir.
Oh, thank you. Good evening, selectmen, members. I have in front of you notes 455, 56, 57, 58, and 59. It's a 5-year serial note to East Hampton Savings Bank for departmental equipment in the amount of $387,000 with an issue date of October 9th of this year. The interest rate is fixed annually at 2% and is for departmental equipment. It's the most recent authorization from town meeting on July 25th this year. Article 12, a dump truck for $220,000. Article 13, a mower for $115,000. And lastly, Article 14, a transit motor vehicle for $52,000. This is a negotiated rate with East Hampton Bank.
Okay.
Any
Steve, is there
questions?
anything else?
No, that's all I have. It just requires your authorization for the treasurer to borrow the funds.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions for Steve, Jay, Jen?
Steve, you said the 2% was fixed?
Yes,
I like that. Thank you.
you're welcome. It's a very good rate.
It's a very good rate.
Yes.
I'd like it lower, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't include your mortgage on that.
Darn it.
All right. All right, so further discussion or comments? We'll accept the motion to approve this. So we can move forward.
I will make a motion to approve the borrowing at 2% fixed.
All right.
I'll second that.
Okay, so any further discussion at this time? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Chairman,
Thank
you may
Steve. Appreciate it. Do you have anything else?
Yeah, I just want to make sure that we obtain all the required signatures. There's the certificate countersigned by the town clerk. The actual notes themselves, which require the signatures of the board of selectmen. Of course, there's 5 notes. I think Kathy Leonard has those all marked for your signature.
She
Hopefully.
does. I have in my hand.
I'll
Very
be in
good.
tomorrow to sign them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that's all I have.
All right. Take care, Steve. Good seeing you.
You too.
Thanks,
Take care.
Steve.
Thank you.
Yes, well, we'll go with the maintenance warrants at this time. Would please, Kathy.
Okay, we have warrant 17, which is an accounts payable, which was $187,831.70. We have warrant 18, which was payroll, what was $421, $421,932.71. And then warrant 19, which is maintenance, which is $258,474.54.
Okay. Thank you, Kathy.
Mhm.
And Jen or Jay, do you have any discussion in regards to those warrants?
No,
No? Okay,
Nothing out of the ordinary.
okay. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve the warrants as read.
I move to approve warrants 17, 18, and 19 for fiscal year 2021.
I'll second that.
Okay, thank you, Jay. Any further discussion at this time? All right. All in favor? Aye.
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 Thank you. Kathy, was there any correspondence or anything?
You have the. Over there, are you?
I do.
It was just the notice for the general bylaw hearing, the next one, which will be October 6th at 5 o'clock.
Okay, yep.
The board also, as a town, received a letter for the water main, because we have a parcel.
Yes.
I didn't see that in the reading material.
You didn't see what, Jay?
That notice for the water parcel for the Mass DOT.
It was in the abutters list.
I didn't get in the butters list.
It's for the Council on Aging, of the building we're in.
Anything else regards to those?
Also, the town administrator, there's things. One, the, for weight measures. Contract.
I missed what Kathy just said.
Yes.
It is from July 1st through July 30th, 2021. And the fees pay for the contract. And the fees, the amount is $3,459 for the services to be provided by the seal and weights of measures of Northampton.
All right. I will set the motion at this time to, we have to approve and sign for this sealer of weights and measures.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second the seals and weight.
Is there any further discussion at this time? All in favor? Aye.
I read a lot about the permit for the stormwater. Doesn't
Right.
that have to be signed?
Yes, it does. That was my next thing. It has to have a signature by Glenn. So you guys have to approve the EPA stormwater report. Both Dave and Chris already looked through it and everything.
That thing was hefty.
Yeah, I reviewed it and I don't have a problem with it.
And Jen, you're all set with it? I don't know if anybody
I'm all
missed it.
set with it, so I move to accept the stormwater report.
I'll second that.
And give Glenn the authority to sign it on behalf of the town.
And give Glenn the authority to sign it on behalf of the town. Thank you, Kathy.
You're welcome.
Okay, second.
Yeah, I did already.
I know, but Jen had extended
I
her.
modified.
Okay, that's all.
Oh, okay, I'll second it again.
Okay, thank you. All right, any further discussion? All in favor at this time? Aye,
Aye.
thank you.
And the last thing I have is to appoint Bruce Carpenter as Fire Services Assistant Administrator, so that he can continue right now. with, after retiring. He can't wear a uniform or anything else, but, so with retirement, which is why we're gonna calling it a fire service assistant administrator.
That's gonna
Kathy,
be-
that'll keep him at the desk, correct?
Correct,
That's the same thing we did with Dave Seifert, right?
correct.
Right.
You just need to have a date that you want it to, term ending on.
Right, so I think, so November 14th, that'll give us, probably just about a couple of months from now.
There are
Almost 8 weeks. So, and then if we need to extend it, we can. If we need to, retract it for a sooner date, we can also do that as well.
Is there any specific reason for November the 14th, or you just picked it?
We kind of just picked it, looking at it, hopefully we, time wise, when we have it, we need to actually have a date for that it actually have to end on. So I think giving us
Probably a
8
month
weeks
and
or
a
so.
Second meeting in November then? It'd be the
No,
second.
November 14th is a Saturday.
Right, because they start like a payroll on a Sunday.
Oh, okay.
So with the week starting on a Sunday, so that week would start Sunday. That's why it end on a Saturday.
So the week starting the
And again, we
15th.
can extend that if we need more time, then we can do that.
You reappoint. Okay.
We have to have a date in place right now, so.
Well, I will move to appoint Bruce Carpenter as Fire Services Assistant Administrator, term ending November 14th, 2020.
Okay,
I'll second that.
all right. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. We'll make sure that Bruce is notified. All right. We have probably about 10 minutes before our next order of business.
All business,
Old business is just that, all the letters went out to the pipeline for the 202
Okay.
project.
All right.
I'm guessing we haven't gotten any back yet, right? Nobody's in that much of a hurry to.
We have not.
One could hope.
Hey, Jay, it's my understanding too, you went around to some of the businesses and spoke to them about it and stuff like that?
I did before COVID-19. I haven't done it lately.
Nothing recent? I had a couple of people that called and just had commented to me that they wanted to kind of say thank you. Just in regards to, maybe they're just referring to the letter that went out.
Yeah, the letter went out.
It mentioned your name, so I didn't know.
Well, I did receive a couple of phone calls, but I didn't physically go visit anybody.
Okay. So I just want to say that because one person noted you were helpful for that. All right. Yeah. So I know we have resumes that were submitted and presented to us from Chris in regards to the interim fire chief. So we'll need to start making a set of schedule for that. We can review those and discuss the candidates that have submitted resumes for that position. So I think maybe everybody does everybody get a copy of them? Did you get a copy? Yes?
Yes, I have a copy. Are we gonna do interviews or just paper?
Well, I think we should look at them, and I think we have 5.
Yes.
Aye.
So I'm open to either doing interviews or taking a look at them and just choose 3 of them and maybe interview 3 people and go from there.
I
We
would
feel
like to
probably
narrow it down
top
to
3
3 then.
candidates. I'm sorry, Jen, I was talking over you. I'm sorry.
I'm used to it. I said I agree with you. I'd like to narrow it down to 3 and then bring those in.
Okay. So maybe for our next meeting, that's something we can, we'll put that on our agenda for our next meeting to review them. And if we need to set a separate meeting, then we'll do so at that time. Which
Are we gonna do that in the executive session before our public meeting, because we're talking about that? Or are
Yes.
we- So you're gonna schedule an executive session before our next public, okay.
right, yeah.
Yeah, we have to do it in executive.
Well, that's fine, nothing was said, so I thought I'd bring it up.
So we'll look at the time and let's see if we want to meet earlier than our regular scheduled time at 5 o'clock. Maybe we can meet earlier if that works for people. So
We can just do the executive session at 5 o'clock and then go into public right afterwards.
yeah. Or we can do it the other way. I just sometimes I don't like sometimes doing executive beforehand. Reason being is if we schedule a regular meeting for 6, then it runs late into that. I feel we're not being fair to other people that are sitting waiting. So maybe
And
if
I'd
we,
like to not rush.
yeah,
I have
Maybe
no
we can
problem
schedule it
doing
after.
it. I have no problem doing it afterwards.
okay. So that's what we'll put it on our agenda for our next meeting, and it'll follow our regular scheduled meeting. So we have time to discuss it.
Sounds good.
All right. All right. Was there anything else that anybody want to bring up or discuss at this time? The floor is open. Jen, Jay?
Nothing concrete yet. I had Dory from Friends of Forge Pond reach out to me regarding some grants that could potentially help with the Forge Pond Dam issue. Unfortunately, the grant period has passed for this round, so there's nothing that we could even potentially get into with that, but there's a few other options. There's about 17 pages worth of options that might work for the town. So I'm slowly whittling them down, and then I'm going to give a list to Chris to see if he can help me further narrow down what we could potentially work with.
Well, the biggest thing on those is gonna be, since they're gonna be competitive, you're gonna have to have good justification, so is
Correct.
never, you can always be too late to start, but you can never be too early to start reviewing.
And the next cycle opens in the spring, so I'm gonna try to get ahead of it.
Okay, well, since you brought up the grants, just to review, the EV chargers are still in the process of being put at the new library, as far as I understand. They haven't completed that yet. And didn't we have a date of 30 September we had to meet on our latest extension?
I believe so. That date sounds about right, Jay.
And because I'm looking at
We
today,
set a date to meet.
right, then the question comes, are we gonna meet that date in order, or do we have to request another extension from Mass DEP? I haven't
Has
been
installation
involved.
already started?
Yeah. Does that have to be completed or just started?
No, it has to be completed from what my interpretation of it. Jeremy Carrier is our lead on it for facilities, so maybe that's something that we could find out what the status of it is, to find out if we gotta send in for another extension or they're gonna make that date.
The deadline.
Well, yeah, so why don't we do that? Ask Kathy, we can follow up with Jeremy and find out, or Chris, timeframe when they should be finished by, and if it's, I'm concerned that won't be finished in time. We'll have to look at requesting an extension.
For the GLTA grant that we got, the Economic Development Committee and the Planning Board has already completed their first meeting with PVPC, and I believe the next meeting is tentatively scheduled on 29 September. That's for economic development and possible rezoning along 202. The Green Community Grant, as you know, we got that, but we can't start work yet because we don't have the signed contract back from Mass DOER. But we are tentatively scheduling a meeting for Friday through remote, just like this, to get the ducks in order. Remember the MVP grant where the Energy Committee had some extra money and we put forward,
Someone's at the door.
you want me to stop talking or keep going or what?
Kathy's going to get the door. Someone's there.
It's probably Darcy, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Go ahead. How you doing? Good. We're in the middle of our meeting right now, so just so you know, everybody's just runs again like a Zoom meeting, but a go-to meeting, yeah. So actually, how a lot of our meetings are being done nowadays. Right. Okay, you want to continue?
Yeah, if you want me to.
Sure.
We just got the, like I was saying, the MVP grant for the Energy Committee for climate, put forward some money for PVPC to help the, basically, the planning board for the stormwater permitting documentation, the master plan. That's been approved. So, I have to, I haven't seen it yet, but I imagine Chris got it. And it's like the other grants, we're gonna have to sign it and return it. And Chris isn't here, he can't answer it, but we did get awarded that grant. Also with that grant, it might be an idea for the other board members to look at all the other communities that received action grants and look at all the stuff, different types of things that they got funded.
Okay.
And there appears to be a lot of things that we could use in our town. But again, we don't have a grant writer. We don't have a planner. So we're kind of behind the eight ball and knowing what's available and how to do it. And with that, I'll just make it for the record, because Kathy can hear that I'll make a motion that we fund the grant writer and the planner / conservation person. Because we have to get this stuff done. Otherwise, the people that pay taxes were not bringing their money home.
All right.
And just like Jen mentioned on the dams, there's no difference. We need to, with our economics the way they are today, we have to do anything we can to bring revenue back to Granby. I mean, we've got high unemployment, and who knows what the situation is going to be for the future. So any chance we get to get any revenue, we got to bring it in.
Right. So the grant writer position's already been approved by the town.
And so isn't the
Correct.
plan of conservation. They just got to be advertised.
Right.
So we haven't
So-
posted them yet?
They've never been posted.
So why don't we wait, if you could, Jay, to our next meeting, that Chris is back, to make sure that the money is there for it.
It should be, but the people approved it.
I know, but I know that we switched it a little bit to fund another position at the time, so,
What
I don't
position
wanna
did we
approve.
fund at the time? What did we switch on? We didn't
I
switch on.
remember Chris had moved it to something else at the time, so I want to make sure that he's here so he can speak to that before we move forward. But you're definitely right. There's something we need to, and we talked about it at some previous meetings that we need to make it a priority to get that up and going so we can get someone in here to look at future grants for our town. But in respect for Chris, I know he's not at this meeting, so before we approve something, I want to make sure that the money is there for it. So we can have that position, but I agree.
Also, Chris did send me an email about the Information Technology Infrastructure Grant, which is being accepted between 15 September and 15 October of this year. And he asked me to write down what we should do. And I did send him a copy of that on my recommendations, what to do. And I asked him to forward it to both of you. Did you get it? Information technology?
I haven't seen it. Only the last emails that I saw were from Friday, but I know Kathy has sent out some additional emails, and I haven't seen anything since Friday from the town. So that I have a chance to review.
I sent it to him over a week ago.
Yeah.
I asked him, because I didn't want to break the open meeting law, so I asked him to forward it to you too.
Yeah. There was something I did see, Jay, and I get a chance to finish reading it, all of it. So I don't want to say I don't have it. That could be it, but I'm not positive. So, I mean, there was a lot of emails that came through on Friday for reports and everything for the town. So.
And I guess the last thing that we want to,
I had to get a chance to see.
okay, so the Information Technology Infrastructure Grant, I say, from 15 September to 15 October, they're accepting applications.
Okay.
And that's the one we talked about with the community compact being
Right.
updated. And then the last item would be the micro businesses grant for our businesses in town with 5 employees or less. They can file. They made it really simple for them. They can just fill out the online survey, and if they qualify, they'll get back to them with an application, because they know in micro businesses that those people don't have a lot of time to be spending on all this stuff. So they need to go to that website and fill out that survey online as soon as they can for the micro businesses. And I'm assuming PVPC is going to come out something pretty quick on applications, because they should be done in the middle of September, which we're already past. So I would say it's going to be a hurry up job once they do come out.
That's any business with 5 employees or less, Jay?
That's correct. It's a micro business grant. We went in for a regional grant with East Hampton, and it's called the East Hampton Regional one, because East Hampton was the biggest of the towns and cities. There's East Hampton, Granby, South Hadley, Hatfield, Hadley. It was 6 or 7 of us all together. We got together and did one on a region, because if we were to apply by ourselves, we'd never get anything, because we're so small.
Right.
And that's the same thing for the other community. So we got together and we did a regional submit. And we got $900,000. So that's to be distributed between all those communities. I don't have it right here in front of me. Maybe I do have it. My desk here. No, that's the wrong one. But there's about 6 or 7 different communities on it. And all of them will be applying. And if our businesses do not apply, that $900,000 or portions thereof will go to the other municipalities.
Okay.
That's about all I have was on the grants and stuff that I've been working on.
Well, thank you, Jay, and really thank you for your work on a lot of the grants. I know you mentioned too, definitely it's a lot of work. that goes into that. So, really, not just as a select board member, but also as resident of town, I appreciate the work you put into it.
Like I say, it's never too early to start on one. You only can start on one too late.
Okay, moving forward, we'll do the 5:35, so we'll do our 5:30. Mr. Darcy? Is that right? Yes. So you are, regards to the sewer bill, you're looking for an abatement on it?
Yeah. That's in the bill.
Mhm. Yep. Well, actually, right, so Chris had brought it up to the select board at our, I believe, our last meeting for us to discuss it. From my understanding that there, and correct me if I'm wrong, but there is, you are still hooked up to the sewer system, right?
No.
I'm sorry, Glenn, I can't hear responses.
What he's saying is that he doesn't have, so you don't have it's not hooked up at 43 West 8th Street?
No.
We have
But is it
information that it is
disconnected?
hooked up. It is connected. You tell me it's not connected to the, what's the date? July 28th. What year, Kathy? And it was connected at that time?
It was connected when, Glenn?
July 28th, 2018.
Like,
Nothing.
April 3rd, 2017. Had another resident who wanted to pay for his board because it wasn't connected to the building, what is unoccupied. And the way they handled it was that they had to contact the highway department after connection.
At 43 West 8th Street.
Yeah, this is at 181.
It's a different one.
No, I know. That's it.
That's not what they first.
You can go out there with your sound getting.
Right.
Not connected to the sewer.
All right, so at this point, I'm gonna recommend to the board, that we do follow up on it just a little bit further, as he's, Mr. Darcy is stating that at 43, West State Street, there is no connection at all to the sewer system. So,
Can we send Dave over?
that's what I'm thinking, that we'll have to look and have,
No, don't.
Sir Dave is our, person that will, sorry, I can't speak to that. But Dave is our professional, town employee at that, and so we'll make, we'll make, arrangements to go over there and, to find out if there's actually a connection or there's not a connection at this point. Okay, so that's why I'm gonna follow up on it, because we have information saying that there is a connection, but, you're saying that there is no connection. So on that, I would recommend to the board that we do follow up on it further to, so we have accurate information, so.
Glenn,
Okay.
I'm sorry, 43 West State Street is which property?
And then permission to hear about annual lead are 43 West State, as shown on application to install a sewer or drain connection. The number is 18-90, and this is certain that Carroll Construction was the sewer / drain layer.
And then,
But you applied for this application, maybe, and they have over, otherwise you wouldn't have this bill.
I can't hear anything.
talking about.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get him near a microphone.
Yeah, so like I said, so, and if the board's okay with that, recommendation, that we'll, have, Dave go out there and, take a look at it and get the necessary information, whether or not there actually is a connection at 43 West 8th Street.
Okay, I'd like him to go out. I know they're busy, but I'd like
Yeah.
him to be able to go out this week,
Please hold on.
early next.
You actually have a seat back there. You're fine. I'm sorry.
That way we can if possible, I'd like Dave to be able to go out this week or early next so that we can have the information for our next meeting.
Oh, absolutely. I think we'll definitely make it a priority and ask, Dave to have the information, back to, Mr. Martin and the select board, before our next meeting, or as soon as possible.
It's got to be addressed as soon as possible.
Yes, and I agree with that. So, again, in respect to the gentleman here, saying there's not a connection, but also, the information that we have says there was a connection. So, I don't think us taking an extra week or two to verify one way or another, there's a connection, not a connection. I think we need to do our part as well.
That's
Okay.
at All Power, correct?
Is that All Power? Yeah, so. Okay.
That's
That's what we're gonna
43
do.
West State.
We'll, next, week or two, we're gonna have, Dave go out there, take a look at whether or not there is a connection for 40 West State Street. 40, I said 40, yes, 43 West 8th Street, yes. Okay, and then we'll go from there. Okay, okay. All right, that's fine. I want to make sure that, we have all the accurate information. That's all. I will ask him to do so. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right.
All right. Kathy, you have anything else at this time? No? That's it for our agenda at this time. Jay or Jen, I guess in closing, do you have anything else?
I've got nothing else.
No, I already gave my updates. You told me to do it earlier.
Well, and this time I'll accept the motion to adjourn.
I will make the motion to adjourn. Oh, it's 5:44.
Please, Kathy, these need at least 2 signatures on them, right? Or it's one okay?
So I.
You need at least 2, okay.
Notes?
All right.
I'll be in tomorrow to sign all the notes.
Okay, all right, thank you, Ken. All right, and there is a motion on the table to adjourn. For a second,
I'll second Jen's motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Jay. All in favor? Aye.
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 Thank you, folks. Have a good night. And thank everybody else who was here.